Yeah. Um, Same day as the last one. Um, just wanna just um give you a little insight into my status in Britain. So, alright, I moved to Britain in 1999. Yeah, I was 19. Yeah, and when college study, guess what I studied? I studied media. You know what I mean? I studied media. So it's no surprise I'm a media tycoon, right? I studied media. Yeah. And work in the field of media as well. I work for Rupert Murdoch, um, you know, in Wapping. That was the place where Rupert Murdoch News International, as it was called back in the day. That's what it was called. It's now called News Corp or something like that. Yeah, but back in the day it was called News International. So the Sun newspaper, the Time, I think it's the Times, the Mirror, or something like that. I can't remember all his papers, his newspapers. Um, and yeah, he owns Sky as well. Sky, um, you know, um, broadcasting and all of that, and Sky, what do you call it? Um, satellite, yeah. So I own all of that. Um, yeah, I used to work for him. Uh, at News Corp headquarters, helping to print the newspaper and yeah, what else we did there? So we print newspaper, magazines. Um, they had the editing office there. He had yeah, it was pretty much the headquarters of News International News Corp, and they moved the headquarters to somewhere outside London. But I worked there for a while. But yeah, I worked there in the media field. You know, not actually writing anything, but I did start Pink Champagne ENT while I was working there. And yeah, what when you work there, if you're really interested in the field, you tend to learn a lot from them. You understand what I mean? So I did pick up a lot. Some stuff that you wouldn't learn in school. Even in university, you wouldn't learn it. Like backgrounds of like people who is on the News Corp. Who's whose music they got control of and stuff like that, and you know all of that, the models and all of that. So you wouldn't know that. So yeah, I learned a lot while I was there about the in and out of their business, and yeah, I did what you call it. I didn't model my company off theirs. I got my own outlook of how my company should be, how my companies should be, but there is like certain aspects that like certain branch of like where I'm taking my company, where they already been as a established company. The company been around for years, and Rupert Murdoch been in the business for time. He's big in the UK. He's big in Europe. He's big in United States. He's big in the Caribbean as well. He's big in Australia. You get me? He's pretty big. You get me? I think he's big in South Africa too. Yeah. So, yeah, it's pretty big. Yeah, but what I'm saying is back to the original thing that's just a little process, a little insight of what I've been doing in Britain while I was here. So I went college, work, yeah, studied, then work, then fell in a bad patch where I couldn't pay for, like, immigration status and stuff like that. Then when I could pay for it, paid for it, and I've been waiting ever since. I've been waiting since 2010 to get a visa in Britain. Now, they did say that in 2015, I think it was, they did say I weren't in the country long enough to get indefinite leave to remain. So I did reapply, and now I've been in the country long enough to get it. So hopefully I'll get it. But that's pretty much where I'm at the moment. You understand? If anything, it shouldn't go anyway but me getting the indefinite leave to remain. But if not, then I'll apply for a business visa. You understand? Yeah, but I want the indefinite leave to remain. And a lot of people, a lot of foreigners, a lot of people in this country that I've met can pretty much tell you their story about being in Britain. And when you don't have a visa, it's hard because you're not allowed to work. So you're in the country, you're not allowed to work, you're not allowed to study some of the time. So you can't study, you can't work, meaning if you can't work, you can't make money. So if you can't make money, there's no way you can support yourself. So if you can't support yourself, then it's like everything is shut down for you. You understand? But there's a law in Britain. Yeah, it's called the Immigration Act. Not 2000, 1999. Yeah, same year I came here. They set this law. 1999 Immigration Act. So there's a clause. It's a section 4 clause that says if you're destitute, because that's what will happen to you if you're destitute. If you will be destitute if you're not allowed to work, you'll be destitute, especially if your family and friends ain't supporting you, or you ain't got no money coming into the country. Which at one point I didn't have no money coming in or no way of making any money. You understand what I mean? And yeah, I was very destitute. Yeah, that was, to be honest with you, that was not so long ago either. Yeah. Only thing I had in my name was I had £603 to my name. Now you might say, £603? That's not destitute. Well, actually in Britain it's destitute because to rent even a small room in Britain for the month, it's about £300 for the month. Just a small room. Now, if you do get the room to rent, yeah? That's the next things on the clause. If you're a foreigner, you can't just rent people's property just like that. That's the next thing in Britain. You can't just rent a place like that. They don't allow you to do that. You understand? Yeah. This gossip is long, but it's a real gossip. This is what I'm facing in Britain. You understand? So, not allowed to work, not allowed to study, not allowed to rent people's property without permission from the Home Office. You understand what I mean? Now, if you do get permission from the Home Office to rent the property, You have to prove where you're getting the money, blah, 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 blah. You understand? It's a long process. So don't just see Britain and think, oh yeah, that look nice, let's jump in. You must be mad. You can't jump into Britain. No way. It's not bed of roses. I tell you guys already, yeah? It's not bed of roses. You can't just jump into Britain. You can't rent nowhere, yeah? If you don't have a visa. You can't work. You can't study. So you can't make no money. You can educate yourself, but not through school. You understand? You can educate yourself like you can go to the bookshop, you can buy books and read and stuff like that. Educate yourself that way. It's called self-education, yeah? Yeah. So you educate yourself that way, yeah? But you can't go to college, you can't go to university. You understand what I mean? Alright. So you can't educate yourself, you can't work, yeah? Now, you can't work, that means, yeah, even if you're educated, yeah, like me, yeah. I went college, university, and I studied media, and I got a pass mark in it, meaning it was I passed the subject, but I can't work for anyone in that field unless I have a visa. You understand what I mean? So even if BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation was gonna come to me and say to me, oh yeah, we can offer you a job in the field, just do the same thing you do for yourself for us. You know what would happen? I would have to turn down the job. You know what I mean? I would have to turn down the job because what? Because it's illegal and I can go prison for it. Where you think I'm coming from? I'm coming from a detention center. Why did I go detention? Because I went prison. Now, when you go prison, you end up in a detention center if your status ain't up to date, yeah? Now, you end up in a detention center. Now, your lawyer have to fight to get you out of the detention center. When you do get out of the detention center, they want you to report to them, yeah? Now, you have to have good excuse not to turn up to one of them reporting session. My excuse is I can't afford it at the moment. You understand? But I can afford to feed myself. I can afford to go to other meetings and stuff like that. Why? Because it's like another city. You understand? So just to travel there is like £40. £40 every week when you're not working, bringing in big money, is expensive. Now for the month, how much money is that? Calculate that, 4 weeks in a month. Yeah, sometimes a little bit more. Yeah, a couple more days. Yeah, all right, 4 weeks in a month. That's what's that? £160. £160 for the month. Yeah. Now, when you're destitute, yeah, they give you £39 a week. Yeah. Now, if you're getting £39 a week and you're gonna spend £40 a week to travel, what happened? It's like it doesn't make sense. It cancel out things. It cancel out things. You understand? So that's my excuse, and that's how Britain is. And obviously I got enough money to feed myself and to take care of anything that needed to take care of. But when it come on to extra expense like travel and so on, Yeah, can't do it just like that, You know what I mean? My wealth ain't in this country. I'm trying to build wealth in this country. My wealth ain't in this country. I'm trying to build wealth. So I can't. Yeah, that's the next thing. Now I don't. Now the Home Office have my passports. I can't get. They got my passport and my birth paper. Yeah. Now I can't get money sent over from Jamaica. Cause why? I can verify who I am. Yeah. But I can't. What do you call it? I can't. Do it without my birth paper, and I need the bank account details and all of that. So it's a long process to do it, yeah? So yeah, this is a long gossip. Yeah, but this is what I did say. It's a long story. I did warn you guys. I did say it's a long story. So it's a lot of moving parts in this situation. When you're in this situation, yeah? When you're in Britain and you're what you call it, and you don't have full status, you can't work, you can't rent, you can't study, so you end up in a destitute situation if you don't have money coming over. And yeah, you get me. So all the money in the world that I have, I'm still in Britain. I'm still, struggling in Britain. I'm trying to make it in Britain, just like another person, any other person in Britain, trying to make it when I already make it when I was a kid. You understand? It's a funny situation to be in. You understand? But that's the way it is, and that's the gossip. It's a funny situation to be in Britain, in a foreign country. When you're in a foreign country, it's hard to survive if their rules is to restrict you, and the rules in Britain is to restrict you. The only way you can, all right. So what happened was they had some laws, yeah, and they keep changing the laws. So what happened was they had a law where when I came here, because I'm a Jamaican, Jamaicans didn't need a visa to come to Britain, didn't need a visa to stay in Britain, nothing like that, yeah? But then, they had some problems with the Jamaicans. Britain did, yeah? And they changed the laws. And because they changed the laws, then I have to get up to date with the laws, yeah? And when you they changed the law, and then not allowed to work. Yeah? So visa run out, not allowed to work. That means what? No money to pay for the visa, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's it. So this is the gossip. Marcromeo Carney is still working on his visa in Britain after 22 and a half years. 22 and a half years, still working on his visa in Britain, because he had, I'm speaking in second person, I had the visa, but it was a student visa. It ran out, and didn't have the money to pay for it, to get it up to date. Then when I did have the money, I'd apply, and I've been waiting ever since to get a visa. So that's my situation in Britain. And at the moment, I could be in a destitute position, but the little money that I do get, I make sure I manage that, because I'm good with managing money. So I manage that, and now I'm trying my hardest to make some money. So that's what I'm doing. trying to make some money, but I'm not allowed to work, so it's not easy. And yeah, so maybe I can make some money off advert, which I would love to do. Yeah, so if anyone watching this and you want to promote yourself, you know where to find me. Come to Pink Champagne ENT on Facebook. There's a phone number there. Contact me on the phone number on WhatsApp and we can do something. Or you can buy my beats. Yeah, or something like that. So several ways you can do it. So yeah, you get me. Alright then. Alright, so that's the end of it. Marcromeo Carney signing out. Peace to everyone. This is Marcromeo's Gossip. Peace out.